So here's the thing. I didn't know if I would ever get to this point, recording a actual podcast for anyone. I've had this idea in my head for a while now, and it comes from a very personal place. But I hope that it can be beneficial to others as much as myself. I'm going to explain more in this episode. So take a seat. This is the Life Bench. My name's Jake, and this episode is just going to be a short introduction about what the Life Bench is, where the idea came from, the meaning behind it all, and what my vision is for it going forward. So the Life Bench was the name that me and my best friend, Ads, gave to a particular bench in the village that we grew up in. And it was a bench that we would always meet up at and sit there and talk and smoke when I did smoke. We would talk about absolutely anything. There was no stigma or judgment or problem with opening up. It didn't always have to be serious. There were plenty of casual, random conversations that we had, and it became our go-to meeting spot for a lot of years. Now, the reason for this podcast is that in 2022, Ads died from cancer. So, to honour his memory, I wanted to create a podcast which is based on our conversations on that bench. And in the coming episodes, I'll talk about a range of different things. Some, I'm sure, will be quite difficult. But I hope that they will help in reducing that stigma around mental health and being able to talk, being able to open up. There's already been great progress made in this area, and I'd love to be able to contribute to that, to show that, you know, we all struggle, and that by talking it can really help with whatever we're dealing with. It's not easy. I know that for men it's harder to open up, but me and Ad's never had that issue. It was never a problem to talk about our feelings or anything we were struggling with. And I want to use that experience and show that there isn't a problem with talking about how we feel. And as humans, we all need that. I've got a business project that I'm working on at the moment which ties in with that, and I'll probably share some details about that as we go along. But as this series grows, as I hope it does, I want to include guests who have been through a range of different things, good and bad, and just have open and honest conversations with them to show people that they're not alone with what they're feeling. And it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, your social standing, how much money you earn, how successful you are. We all struggle. We all need help sometimes. As humans, we're more connected than ever online, but the reality is that we're more disconnected than ever. The figures for people feeling lonely and isolated are on the rise, and trying to make new friends is harder than ever. We all lead busy lives, and keeping those connections that we have is also a challenge. So I want the Life Bench to be not just a podcast, but a symbol of friendship, a symbol of conversation, a symbol of connection. Losing Ads was devastating. He was a truly unique and special person. someone who has a real impact on your life. And he had a real impact on my life. We were like brothers, similar in a lot of ways, different in others. And I really miss him. I said this would be a short episode, and I'm not quite sure what time I'm at now. I'm a complete beginner when it comes to something like this. I've got lots of ideas and plans which I'm excited about, but I'm kind of really just playing it by ear. I'd love for you to get involved, hear your feedback and reaction to this. Feel free to reach out, share your story, or if you need to talk, just send me a message. Please like, subscribe, share. It will all help this idea grow. And together I think we can build something special. Me and Ads were always into life quotes and movie quotes. And I want to finish each episode with one of those. So thank you so much for listening. And this quote, I believe it was on Ads' Bebo page. And it's, to reach the light at the end of the tunnel, you must first face the darkness within.